Hi guys. Well, this video is all about Azor Ahai, and personally, I think that Varys is Azor Ahai. Yeah, Varys. I'm starting this video telling you exactly the guy who is behind the one of the greatest mysteries there is in Game of Thrones. I don't agree with many of the theories which suggest that well, many think that Daenerys Targaryen, or even Jon Snow, or I don't know, Sansa, or Arya is Azor Ahai, or Bran Stark, and they say that maybe Daenerys or Jon are the perfect examples of characters who are born to be Azor Ahai, because they're both can be described as sort of symbolic, which concerns the fire elements of the prophecy surrounding Azor Ahai. All we know from the books about this mystic figure that is Azor Ahai is that, this creature, this god, was a warrior, a fierce one, who killed his wife, his own wife, so that his sword was more powerful. And then, and only then, he managed to defeat the Night's King back in the day. Yeah, that creepy White Walker leader or so. So the prophecy says that Azor Ahai will be reborn, and now that the White Walkers are lurking from the shadows and are going to attack the Seven Kingdoms, well, Azor Ahai has been already born. And in the books, it is said that there will be a red light in the sky, and the prince that was promised is going to be born. So that symbol we saw back in the day in season 1, just after Daenerys Targaryen was gave birth to her precious 3 dragons. So sorry, that was in season 2, when we see the light in the sky, the red comet. So I don't think Daenerys is Azor Ahai. She's the mother of dragons. She's going to ride the dragon Dolgon, or yeah. And Jon Snow, well, he has been reborn, and many say that Azor Ahai is he's not a person, he's a sort of god, so he possesses superhuman powers, and Jon Snow has returned from the death. But no, I don't think he's reborn. Sorry, I don't think he's Azor Ahai just because he has come back from the death. Because in the books, this is exactly what is the case with Catelyn Stark, who has been revitalized by the magic tricks of one of the Red Priests, Tolos of Myr, and Melisandre is the one responsible for bringing Jon Snow back. So, about Bran, what is to say? Bran is the new Blood Raven. He's going to occupy his place. He's going to become a tree and to start seeing the future and the past. And he's going to be, oh, I'm a crow. And he's going to be a creepy cripple. He's not Azor Ahai. Come on, man. I don't have anything against cripples. Just like Tyrion says, I have a thing for cripples, bastards, and broken things. But on a more serious note, I'm going to tell you exactly which are my arguments about, my suggestion that Varys is the precious Azor Ahai who is going to save the Seven Kingdoms. In the books, we receive some very important information which concerns Varys and, his castration. All we know is that a magician in the Free Cities, when back in the day, in the past, when Varys was a little fella with some very, very bad boss. Who is that kind of boss who cuts your genitals, man? Come on. So yeah, that magician for whom he worked for decided to cut his parts, his most precious reproductive parts, and to throw them in the fire. And in the books, it is said that Varys heard a voice. So anything like that, nothing like that, is mentioned in this TV series Game of Thrones. But in the last episode, in the last season, in season 6 of the epic TV series Game of Thrones, we see Varys and Tyrion Lannister sharing a scene and speaking to a red priestess, and then she has that creepy look towards Varys, and she says, "Do you know? Do you remember that the words which you heard in the fire?" And Varys is amused. He's very amazed. He's astonished because he just can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But one thing is for sure. Something magical is surrounding Varys' character. And there is something else. I think Varys may be a secret Targaryen. Yeah, you heard me right. Maybe one of the most solid arguments and one of the most valid points that I can tell you is that Varys has worked throughout all the TV series and the books, throughout all the story, about bringing Daenerys back. He didn't support Viserys, even though he may have told Illyrium Opatis about the fact that, yeah, Viserys is the rightful king and shit like that. But no, he wanted Daenerys, because Daenerys is believed to be the mother of dragons. Nobody knew that, but I think he sensed that. And Daenerys is the one who will sit on the Iron Throne. This is the one thing that Varys wants, and Varys has the blood of the dragon. He didn't go with Tyrion in the dungeon, but Tyrion is a Lannister. He isn't a Targaryen. And Varys stood there and watched the dragons. And the dragons didn't burn Tyrion, not because Tyrion is a Targaryen, a secret Targaryen, but because Varys is. And if you don't believe me, just sit and watch. So, that was my prediction about Varys being Azor Ahai. And if you don't believe me, here is one more argument. Well, Varys heard a voice from the fire. What did that voice tell him? We're going to see in season 7.